I'm Lynn Helbling Sirinek. I was the first director of what at that time was known as Donors Forum of Ohio. I was hired as the organization's first staff person in 1988 and stayed until 2002. Grantmakers Forum of Cleveland was an entity that provided services locally in the Northeast Ohio area to grantmakers. It was, in essence, an effort supported by the Cleveland Foundation to strengthen philanthropy in that area. And so that was a 2-year merger effort from 99 to 2001 that resulted in the organization then being named Ohio Grantmakers Forum. I'm just pleased at the continued growth, relevance, excitement, and leadership provided by the organization. I think that's a real credit to all of its staff and all of its volunteers and its members. I think they've had a continuing impact in the state of Ohio and beyond.
I'm George Espy. I served as President and CEO of Ohio Grantmakers Forum. We were morphing from being two separate organizations into one organization called Ohio Grantmakers Forum. At the end of my tenure, we began to see that there were major changes going on in philanthropy across the state, across the country. We needed to do more than just serve the institutional philanthropy. We needed to broaden it out and invite more people into the tent, and we transformed OGF into Philanthropy Ohio. What I'm most proud of is our ability to continue to serve our members, provide them with information, with skill building, with opportunities to connect with other grant makers or other philanthropists across the state, and to be nimble enough to make change as things were happening in the world, begin to change the organization so we could be responsive to those changes and provide the leadership needed in the state of Ohio. I think that's one of the hallmarks of this organization. It's been nimble enough to recognize change and make changes themselves in order to continue to serve and provide leadership to a changing environment. I'm just proud to have played a part in an evolving structure of organization that could provide change and leadership to philanthropists across the state of Ohio. It's been the highest point in my life to be able to be a part of that, and I'm very appreciative for the opportunity to serve.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Allen. I was president and CEO of Philanthropy Ohio from 2013 through 2019. One of the most important shifts we made was switching the brand from Ohio Grantmakers Forum to Philanthropy Ohio. It was a huge endeavor that a lot of the work had taken place before I began my tenure in January of 2013. There was a terrific staff on hand, and a lot of research had gone into what the name should be. So we took the name, and the staff and I did a lot of work on the branding front and really thought about what that brand meant, what the culture meant, what our values meant. And by expanding the name and the brand, we were also able to expand the tent of Philanthropy Ohio. We increased our membership categories, and we also increased what we felt was important, which was inclusivity, which led to a really important DEI initiative. That's what I'm most proud of, is how earnest folks took the concept of being a learning organization, being data-driven, thinking about what we really meant to our partners to heart. And to me, that was the best part of it all.
Hello, I'm Deborah Aubert Thomas, and I served as President and CEO of Philanthropy Ohio for 5 years from 2019 to 2024. Now, the most significant change I had the opportunity to lead during my tenure was our response to the COVID pandemic and also the racial reckoning of 2020. The real opportunity managing through that change was to build upon the years of work we had already been doing to lead and center racial equity in philanthropy in Ohio. Many of our members, along with our team, were already well-versed in groundwater knowledge and practiced grappling with how to shift their philanthropic practice and how to operationalize racial equity. And as CEO, I was able to continue to prioritize and even elevate the importance of that work for our organization and for our field. I believe it positioned us to meet the moment of today where we're experiencing backlash against racial equity, but because we had a good 10 years of practice of prioritizing, we're able to hopefully hold steady now and into the future. It's more important than ever for Philanthropy Ohio's members and the organization to continue to hold the line, joining forces and with resources and other philanthropy serving organizations and funders across the country. I hope that our members remember that they started and carried vital work that shifted our field, and then it wasn't about me as a leader, but what I'm proud of is building it into the capacity of Philanthropy Ohio and its network, increasing the knowledge and also the desire to see the future of philanthropy, because it really is, it's about the long haul.